67% SSI is completely broken and in need of some serious reform. Supplemental security income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to discuss some details specifically focused on SSI, supplemental security income, and how Congress needs to come forward and start implementing some of the bills, packages, and proposals they have recently introduced to change this program in a major way, because unfortunately, the roughly 8 million beneficiaries who rely on these monthly checks are falling behind month after month after month, and I want to share with you this number, including 67%, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and how this program can be reformed in a major way, as it has not undergone any major reform since the 1980s, a long time ago. Let's get into it and discuss all those details. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day, no matter what, watching all this new information, hitting the wire, and breaking it all down into these short videos, as it's a very busy, confusing, and uncertain time. But no matter what, I'm here for you every single day. So again, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe down below, and let's get into it and talk about all the details about SSI, what they need to do to this program, and what this 67% figure actually means for the roughly 8 million beneficiaries right now, and more beneficiaries that are drawing on this program every single year, because a lot of people are struggling right now and simply do not have the income, the money on a monthly basis, the means, things like that, and as a result, more people are relying on SSI, and therefore, Congress needs to step up, because they have come forward with bills, packages, and proposals to reform this program, and they've come forward to do all of this, but yet they have not taken any action quite yet. Well, right now, I think all of us can probably agree, especially those of you that are receiving SSI, now is the time. Now is the time that they actually need to do something about this, because it is getting to be very serious. And again, you'll clearly see here with these numbers I'm about to share with you that this is a pretty dire situation and why they need to do something about this. All right, so as a result of that, think of this. In fiscal year 2022, so right now we are in fiscal year 2023, which starts on October 1st and runs through the end of September. That is the fiscal year for the federal government. So fiscal year 2022, get this, the SSI program paid out $68.5 billion to the 8 million beneficiaries. In fact, during that time, it wasn't even 8 million beneficiaries. It was about 7.75 million beneficiaries during fiscal year 2022. Well, during fiscal year 2023 so far, we're looking at about 7.9, so just under 8 million beneficiaries as of right now. So just get that, $68.5 billion for roughly 8 million people. That's not that much money, right? You can clearly see they're being pretty cheap about this when it comes down to this program and sending out these monthly benefits, and they do need to be boosted in a major way. Well, that actually brings me into the 67% figure that I do want to share with you here in this video, and why this program is completely broken, and why I'm saying it needs some serious reform. And again, as well, lawmakers know this. They know all well, they know this very clearly, that they need to reform this program in a major way, and which is why exactly they've been coming up with some of these bills, packages, and proposals to change this program, because they completely recognize, just as much as I do, it is not sustainable with everything going on, right? So let me talk you through the details. So let's get this. Right now in 2023, the federal poverty line adjusted higher over what it was last year in 2022 by 7.28%. So it increased by nearly $1,000, the federal poverty line, okay? So the federal poverty line is about $14,580 as of right now, or a little bit over $1,200 a month is what it comes down to right now for the federal poverty line for an individual. However, get this. Now, obviously, if you're an SSI beneficiary, you know the maximum benefit for an SSI beneficiary right now is $914. That's not breaking news. We already know that. But check this out. Running the calculations on this, the current maximum benefit, $914, is only 67% of the federal poverty line. Get that. 67%. That is severely below the federal poverty line. Now, let me point this out really quickly. What was the purpose of the SSI program when they brought this program into fruition, as in when they passed it in the 1970s, okay? 1972 is when they started SSI, Supplemental Security Income. Let's think back for a minute, okay? Well, I'm going to say this much. I wasn't around then. That was about 10 years before I was around, but let's just say this much. Back in 1972, when SSI was actually formed, it was formed as an anti-poverty program. That was the whole purpose behind this, okay? So Richard Nixon at the time was who was in play there, and he brought this in. Well, you know, Congress brought this in, but he signed it into law, and it was the SSI program to make sure that older adults and people with disabilities did not need to rely on friends and family to help them out with basic necessities like living arrangements, food, shelter, healthcare, all the things like this. That is the purpose of SSI, because prior to SSI coming in, what was basically happening is older adults, people with disabilities, things like this, simply did not have enough income or did not have money to live on, and therefore were relying on friends and family. Okay, so they said, why don't we come up with a program that makes sure that these individuals are financially sound on their own and they're not reliant on others? Not a bad program. What a great idea. So then they came up with SSI, Supplemental Security Income, okay? They passed this and they brought it in 1972 is when they actually started this program. Well, at the time, it was great, right? Helping people out who were older adults, people with disabilities, with ongoing monthly checks so they could be financially stable on their own and not rely on others. Not bad. Sounds like a great concept, right? Well, here we are, about 51 years later, 2023, as we are sitting here right now. And what is this program now? Is it an anti-poverty program? Well, let's look at the numbers again. The program is paying out 67% of the federal poverty line. Is that an anti-poverty program? Not even close, right? It is significantly below the federal poverty line. So how can it be an anti-poverty program when it's only paying out 67% of the federal poverty line? Make sense? That's on a monthly basis. So you can clearly see here, this program is totally, completely broken. The problem is, here's what's happened. Over the 51 years that this program has been in play here, it literally has not kept up with the real cost of living. So get this, a little bit each and every year over a long period of time, 51 years. And now we're sitting with a problem that we're having right now, which is these benefits only paying out 67% of what they really should be. That is why this is so critical and why this is so incredibly important. You can clearly see all the numbers and how they work out right now, right? So that is what's happening. We've seen this happen right now as well. Last year into this year, 2021 into 2022, 2020 into 2021. Same thing is happening going forward right now. Incomes are not keeping up with the real cost of living. I think we all know this, especially as a fixed income beneficiary. We've seen many reports out there suggesting that the 8.7% COLA that came in this year in 2023 really should have been doubled, according to what they're talking about. And the COLA from 2022 last year should have been more like 8%, okay? We've seen the reports on this. So we can clearly see that incomes, yet again, are not keeping up with the real cost of living. Now, let me give you another example. When you go out to the store right now to buy groceries or to buy clothing or shoes or literally anything, if you're buying anything right now, has your income kept up with the increases in price? Again, that's just a simple example. I think we can all probably say together, no, not even close, right? So as a result of that, we can clearly see that this is happening over year, over year, over year, over long periods of time. It might only be a little bit. It might be 1%. It might be a 3% difference. It might be a 5% difference, an 8% difference. It might be a 0.5% difference on a yearly basis, you know, each and every year. Now, obviously, that fluctuates a little bit each and every year, but my point is it does change a little bit. Maybe it's a couple percentage points. Maybe it's a couple tenths of a percent, but either way, that a little bit of a change, years in the making, right? 51 years is what we have now. A program, SSI, that is failing the beneficiaries. You can clearly see it. I just talked through all the numbers there. Okay, so that is why this program is completely broken. But here's the thing. There are bills, packages, and proposals currently in Congress that they have previously introduced to do a lot of the different things about SSI to change this program. In fact, the SSI Restoration Act, I know that one was introduced a couple years ago, but that is one that encompasses a lot of these changes. Number one, lifting benefits up to the federal poverty line, adjusting the way that the COLA is calculated, raising asset levels, as in the amount of money that you can have as an individual or married couple, also removing the marriage penalty, All of that is encompassed within the SSI Restoration Act. Now, there have been standalone bills as well out of Congress where they want to remove the marriage penalty. That's it. One bill for that. One bill to raise asset levels from $2,000 as an individual to $10,000 and from $3,000 as a married couple to $20,000, okay? That's been out there as well. There's a lot of these that are out there floating around in Congress. But have they done it? The answer is no. Unfortunately, they haven't done any of this yet. But we can clearly see as we walk through all the details of SSI, the purpose of the program 51 years ago, and what has happened to this program over the last 51 years, we can clearly see this program is in need of some major, major changes going forward, right? Anyway, wanted to bring this to your attention because this is very surprising, but at the same time, you know, with everything going on in Congress, it's not. I mean, it's surprising, it's sad, it's shocking, but at the end of the day, it's not that surprising because we can clearly see, and we've all known here in this community, yeah, we've known this for a very long time, right? Maybe we didn't know the details in this, in this much detail here. Maybe we didn't know that it was, this extreme, but this is the detail. These are the numbers, okay? Anyway, hope this one helps you so we can get a better perspective on what's really going on with this program. And again, I like to bring this to the forefront here so we can clearly see what's going on. And who knows, maybe somebody of influence, maybe somebody in Congress, maybe somebody will see this video and recognize, oh yeah, this program is super messed up and this program is really failing the beneficiaries in a huge way, right? So anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Like I said earlier, I'm your daily advocate. I want to help you out as much as I can, so please make sure to subscribe down below, especially if you're enjoying this video or if you want to go back and check out any of the other videos here on the channel. Thousands of videos here for you to enjoy. I appreciate it. Please go back and check out some of those videos. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out these other videos. Until next time, subscribe, share, and do what else you want, but just have a nice day. That's all that matters. Stay safe out there. Thanks again for your support. Enjoy, take care, and I'll catch you again later.